Epictetus. Bitterness. Switch. It's a feeling as old as humanity itself. That hot, acidic sting of injustice. It's the promotion you deserved going to someone else. It's the friend who betrays a confidence you held sacred. It's the sheer, random unfairness of a world that doesn't play by the rules we were told to follow. And what follows that sting? Bitterness. It's a slow-acting poison. It starts as a spark of resentment, and, if left unchecked, it grows into a smoldering fire that consumes your thoughts, colors your interactions, and steals the joy from your present moment. You replay the event over and over, feeding the grievance, strengthening the narrative that you are a victim. This bitterness becomes a heavy cloak you wear, a distorted lens through which you see the world. It's exhausting, it's corrosive, and it gives the person or situation that wronged you free rent in the most valuable real estate you own, your mind. But what if you could stop it? Not just manage it or cope with it, but end it. What if you had a mental tool so powerful, so decisive, that you could bring the entire internal prosecution to a screeching halt? This is the radical promise of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, a former slave who understood unfairness on a level most of us can barely imagine. His solution is what we're calling the Stoic Gavel. This isn't about pretending the unfair event didn't happen. It's not about suppressing your initial flash of anger or hurt. Stoicism is not about becoming an emotionless robot. It's about something far more profound and empowering. It's about drawing a hard, clear line in the sand between the external event and your internal response. It's about reclaiming your power by understanding where it truly lies. The Stoic Gavel is a metaphor for a decisive, conscious, and immediate mental action. Imagine a judge in a courtroom. After hearing the arguments, they don't just let the debate rage on indefinitely. They make a ruling. They strike the gavel, and with that single sharp crack, the matter is settled. The verdict is in. Epictetus taught that we must become this judge in the courtroom of our own minds. The case before you is the bitterness that's trying to take root. The core teaching involves a critical two-step process. First, you must correctly identify the evidence. The external event, the betrayal, the career setback, the insult, is presented to the court. The Stoics' first move is to label this evidence correctly. Is this event harmful to your inner self, to your character, to your capacity for reason and virtue? Epictetus would argue emphatically, no. It is an external. In Stoic terms, it is an indifferent. This doesn't mean you don't care about it. It means it is indifferent to your moral goodness and your inner peace. Someone placing a label that reads external on a chaotic, stormy scene outside a window. Your boss's poor judgment, your friend's disloyalty. These are facts about and the world, not facts about. They are outside your complete control. Acknowledging this is the first crucial step. You see the event for what it is, a thing that has happened you but is not a part of you. Second, and this is where the gavel falls, you must pass judgment on your... Here is the bitterness, the resentment, the story of victimhood. This is the defendant in your mental court. And you, the judge, must ask the critical question. Is this reaction within my power? The answer is always, unequivocally, yes. Your emotional response is the one thing you have absolute dominion over. Then you ask the follow-up. Is this bitterness serving me? Is it making me wiser, stronger, happier, or more virtuous? The answer is always, unequivocally, no. It is a poison. It is a choice for suffering. And at that moment, you act. You wield the Stoic Gavel. You bring it down with a firm mental verdict. This bitterness is not useful. It is not welcome. The case is closed. Let's make this concrete. Imagine you poured your heart into a project at work, working late, going above and beyond. The project is a massive success, but at the big meeting, your colleague takes all the credit, and your boss, either oblivious or complicit, praises them. The sting is immediate. The sense of unfairness is overwhelming. The narrative of bitterness begins to write itself. This place is corrupt. My work is never valued. I've been cheated. This story can fester, weeks, even years, poisoning your motivation and your relationships at work. Now, let's apply the gavel. Step 1. Acknowledge the external. Your colleagues' actions and your boss's ignorance are events in the world. They are external to your character. Label them as such. They are indifferent to your inner fortress. Step 2. Examine your internal reaction. The simmering rage, the resentment, the replaying of the injustice. Is this up to you? Yes. Is it helping you? No. You are the judge. You have all the evidence you need. You make a conscious decision. You bring down the Stoic Gavel. You declare an end to the destructive internal monologue. This doesn't mean you condone what happened. It doesn't mean you don't take action. You can still decide to speak to your boss, look for a new job, or confront your colleague. Those are practical external actions. But what you refuse to do is allow the sting of bitterness to corrupt your inner state. You separate the practical problem from the emotional poison. You solve the problem from a place of calm, rational power, not from a place of festering resentment. You have rendered a verdict against your own suffering, choosing peace and agency instead. The next time life's inevitable unfairness strikes, remember the gavel. The power isn't in changing the external event, but in mastering your internal verdict. Strike it down and be free.